Hello and welcome. I have been looking forward to showing this game for a long time. And since I just turned 50, I thought this was the day where I would show you my game against David Navara from the 2015 European Championship, where I played what I would say is a brilliant sacrifice and won a great game. Well, are you ready? Okay, let's go. I'm black in this position, and Navara starts with d4, and we have a Queen's Gambit declined. And this is, of course, the well-known Carlsbad structure, which we have a lot of videos about. And this will just be an appetizer. It will not be part of the Carlsbad series, but it is, of course, an important game for the understanding of the Carlsbad structure. So please remember to check out the series on the Carlsbad structure. There will be more to come. Anyway, this is a main line, rook e8. All this and here is sort of a tabaya position where white goes h3, and this is the main line, and it was Karpov's move. It was also mentioned by Yarmolinsky in his great book, The Road to Winning in Chess or something. Anyway, the best move, I believe, is g6. The thing is, you would love to play knight e6, but then he will take on f6 and h7. So you have two knights covering here, and but if you move the one of them, he will take the other one and take the pawn. So what's the point behind g6? Of course, it makes this diagonal not so impressive anymore, but the main idea is to exchange this guy down here. But we will not do it in this fashion. So before we do it, we will go knight e6 and knight g7 to cover f5. Rook a b1. The standard idea behind the minority attack is to go here. Knight e6. Attacking the bishop. He will not like to part with that bishop and leave this bishop behind as the only bishop on the board in a position like this with so many pieces on the board. So bishop h4. Another idea is bishop h6. It's also been played. I think this is what Hungarian grandmaster played, and this will be part of the how to play with black in the Carlsbad structure. Knight d7. And here we see the plan in action. Black is ready for bishop f5. b4. White is ready to push the pawn and create a weakness on c6. a6, just holding the pawn. I think holding it with a6 is better than allowing it, because you want to exchange more pawns and have more open files on the queen side, because you will get one of the files if you play it correctly. All this will be mentioned later. a4, getting ready for b5. Bishop f5. The strategic, very important thing of exchanging this guy is after he's gone, this square will be weak. And a knight on this square will not only cover this pawn, but also threaten to go here and attack these two here. And it does also attack this pawn. So this is look like very far-fetched and out in the future, but it is part of what's going on. And so strategically, it's very nice to get rid of the white squared bishop. It may give black a later square on c4. b5. Take, all very normal. Knight f5, attacking this bishop, and it's en route to this square and sitting on d6. Take, and queen c2. Black is looking forward to play this move soon to get some counterplay. Queen c2. All very normal. Getting back, getting out of the pin, getting ready to go here. And knight d6, and we see black's point. He's ready to go knight c4, where it is annoying, there is this and sometimes this. Okay, knight d2, covering the pawn. And of course, you don't want to play it now because you will just get weak pawns. And I did something, and I think it's a new move. I went back, and I had an idea, and it sort of contains a trap. Because black's main chances lies on the king side. So having the knight on the king side is interesting. This bishop here is a strong bishop who has controlling the black squares and who can roam freely because all black's pawns are on white squares. And it would, of course, be nice to have it in this diagonal, maybe with the queen helping it, attacking h2, and defending that may not be so simple for white. B takes. Now he resolves the structure, and black has gotten a weak pawn on c6. This is something you just have to accept. The very important thing here is not to slip into passive position. If you just stand up and defend this pawn, white will outmaneuver you. We saw that in the game Van Vele short. So it's very important that black keeps his pieces active, and especially he would love to cover this pawn from the side controlling the a file, and we will see this in a later game. White would love to start attacking the pawn, but also he would love to harass a rook on a6, because I would love to have a rook on this square. So knight a4, but that is probably a mistake. And definitely I had prepared what I was going to do against this move, because it is a little bit loose out here. And the queen has a lot to do. So what did black do here? And I think it came as a really great shock for David Navara, who is, by the way, a top 20 players and have been for many years, and the best Czech players. And by the way, also a very friendly guy. And I lost several games to him, so I'm not saying, so I was kind of proud to win this game. Boom! This was black's idea. Taking the proud d-pawn and this structure that looks so indestructible. After take, this is completely forced take, queen d1. Here comes another move that is a problem, queen a5, attacking the knight here with two pieces, and he has to cover it. It cannot go anywhere because there's also some rook e2 things. So he has to play rook a1. And it also looks kind of okay for white, because now just move the knight and then move, and everything is fine. But black has a quiet move that really is very annoying. Queen b4. Just getting the queen into this dominating position, preventing the knight from moving, dominating and getting ready to double the rooks on the a file and just win the damn knight here. So, and here black has, white has an fantastic save. One of the threat in the position is to go rook e2 also. Knight e2 could also be a problem for black, for white. And here Navara panicked with knight f3, but he did actually have a chance here to solve the problem with rook a2, and it's a forced draw. I'm not going to show the forced draw. Just say that after rook e2, it will be a forced draw after rook b2. White will have to sacrifice his queen, but he will get black will have to sacrifice his queen, but he will get two rooks, and it will be a perpetual. He played knight f3 and sort of panicked and took back here, and of course black only has 2 pawns for the knight, but the knight is very bad, and the structure here is a total disaster. And here black is winning rook e5. I don't think he saw that. It's very annoying. It's threatening this and getting ready to start a kingside attack. So he immediately had to give back a pawn, and I'm already much better here, because after this, I'm still threatening to do some kind of kingside attack, trying to defend, queen e4, king e2, queen e4, and this is kind of normal. And here, I think rook h5 wins. I just couldn't calculate it, which is one of my problems as general as a player, that I'm more like understanding and less calculating. But d4 is also very strong. Just taking away this square. Oops, it's not going to play that. And getting ready to roll with the pawns. There's still the option of rook h5, and I'm taking away the oxygen from his position. Rook d1, giving another pawn, trying to free his pieces and getting ready for getting something to this square. Queen takes, rook f1, searching for counterplay, queen e3, attacking the pawn here. And now he cannot even exchange, because I also have a threat of rook a5. Rook f3, queen e4, again very annoying, pin, rook a3. And here comes another great move, I might say, from black, because the pin is starting to not work so well anymore. But the domination of the knight continues after rook b8. And a side bonus is the threat rook b1. So you have to go back, and the pawn starts rolling. I have 4 pawns and a dominating position, so it's totally winning. It's just a question of not messing it up against these players, and they will keep on fighting and keep on setting trap, and you have to be careful all the way. King h2, c4, and I was very nervous, but I had much more time, and I was calculating like crazy to make sure that I didn't miss anything. Okay, he's starting to threaten something here, but queen d5, controlling the pawns, opening for the rook, and still keeping the knight out of the game. Rook a2, and I'm just leaving it now, getting ready for d3 and rook e2, and the pawns might start winning, and here comes d3. Okay, I'm letting the knight out now, but it is too late, and I give up a pawn, but you have to give the knight. And here, of course, my teammates were a little bit worried here, but I did actually have calculated pretty fine. Rook e2 check, and this is it. There he cannot go back, because I'll just play rook e1, and because the queen is covering this square. So queen d3, d2, pass pawns want to move, queen f3, and just take and take. And this one was one of the, I think, nicest victory I ever had against a 2700 player. And thank you for watching GM Talks, and I'm happy to have you here, and come again another time. Thank you.